कहाँ पर है?
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Good evening.
Morning, there.
I'm
Good
good.
evening. Yeah.
Okay. Could you just tilt your camera a little bit because I can't see your face completely? Yes, better. So, Kshitish, how are you? You're
Yeah,
in
I'm
which,
fine, ma'am. How are you?
you're in which grade, Kshitish?
I'm in grade 7, ma'am.
Grade 7. What's the name of your school? Which school?
NPS International School.
NPS International. Are you in Bangalore?
No, ma'am, I'm in Singapore.
Singapore. All right. So, Kshitij, today I had gone through your syllabus also. So basically, which is an IGCSE. So I'd gone through term 2 syllabus, right? So you have
Yes.
upcoming exam. So for that, today in the demo I'll be discussing the language part, which is descriptive, right? And then you have report writing as well. Yes,
Yes.
report writing, and what else?
Persuasive writing also.
Persuasive writing. All right. So, do you know what is the difference between persuasive writing, speech writing, and then debate writing, argumentative writing? What is the nuance, or what are the differences between these? What is the difference between these kind of writings then?
Speech writing is mainly a dialogue, or I think. Persuasive writing is how we can convince someone, whereas in the argumentative writing, we actually try to prove a point, and the tone is mainly, I noticed it's a big difference between the persuasive and argumentative writing.
You said that speech is like dialogue writing. You said speech. Okay. So, have you heard any kind of speech recently? Like, have you watched speech? Heard somebody's speech, somebody presenting speech, like a famous person, something like that. So, do they just deliver a dialogue, or they just deliver a content also, something substantial, some message, or they're trying to convince you or something like that?
Trying to convey a message.
Convey a message, also convince you. For example, see, one is like on patriotism, like we must have heard about freedom fighter, wherein they just pitch in their you know um the demand and the rights, whatever it is. Okay, but now if I ask you, write a speech on deforestation, so, or the impact of deforestation, so will you be like conversing with the audience, or will you be convincing them that what measures should they be taken, like in order to curb this problem?
I would be mainly convincing them to go how to cope with
Convincing them. So can we say that speech is also like persuasive, kind of persuasive writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. Wherein you're persuading people to take, to behave in certain manner, change your habits, like that, isn't it? In order
Yes.
to overcome certain situation, problem. Okay. Similarly, debate. What do you do in debate? What is debate writing?
Debate writing is where we present an argument between two or more people.
Argument. So what do you do in argument? Again, you're convincing each other that you are right and the other party is wrong, isn't it?
Yes.
Wherein you're corroborate or support your statement with a lot of reasonable arguments, isn't it? Supported with various facts, statistics, isn't it? Yeah, or
Yes.
anecdotes as well, right? So do you know what is the meaning of anecdote, Kshitij?
Anecdote, I think it's like a small phrase from what a what a famous person said.
No, anecdote could be your experience, real life experience. Anecdote. Share an anecdote. Yeah, it's your real life experience, something that you have come across, something that you want to share, some event, important event. Okay, like that. All right. So now next is today I'm going to discuss descriptive writing with you. So let's begin with descriptive writing. All right. So do you know what is how do we write descriptive writing? What is descriptive writing? Why it is called descriptive writing?
I think it's called a descriptive writing because we mainly elaborate on a specific event which we had in the past or in the present,
Okay.
and mainly for we have to have introduction, conclusion, and mainly describing the five senses.
Do you know? Have you read it properly, or you're just guessing it? I mean, what is that?
I read it properly.
All right. So can we say descriptive writing could be kind of a paragraph form also, isn't it? Could be in a
Yes.
paragraph form. And we can, use descriptive writing in the story writing as well, wherein we are
Yes.
describing the setting of the place, describing the characters, isn't it? Can we say that?
Yes.
So, is my screen visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So just current slide. Just Let me present my slides. Okay. So you know that when we write a paragraph or anything, right? When we even if we are writing a speech or a debate also. So every, writing piece is divided into sections, isn't it? So first, how to begin. So, the tricky part of any writing is that how to begin a writing, isn't it? And then what needs
Yes.
and what to be added in the main body and how to close it. Okay. How to bring it to the closure, isn't it? Right. So, that means the beginning and the body, main body, and the closure. These are the three things that we need to take, care of while, dealing with the writing pieces, okay, or writing skills, right? Whether it's a letter writing, in letter writing also, you need to be very careful, that, it should start properly, right? With your introduction or mentioning the purpose of your writing a letter. And then in the main body, you discuss the problem and also suggest certain situation. And in the closing one, you assure that you reiterate your problem again and then expect the other party to do something about it, isn't it? That's how the
Yes.
the body of letter is like. And similarly in the descriptive writing also, we always start. Descriptive writing is like describing any topic, whether it's a place, whether it's a person, whether it's any event or a concert, whether it's exhibition or science competition or any kind of competition, anything, right? So basically descriptive, right? Or a scenery, isn't it? So descriptive writing basically deals with wherein you're describing a place by evoking the imagery, by using a lot of descriptive word, that is adjective, but not overdoing adjective, of course, not only adjective as well, because you usually people think that descriptive writing means using a lot of adjectives, but that is not true. With adjectives you also have to use a lot of sensory words which can evoke the image in front of you. The moment you read something, that feels like as if you're smelling, you are there and you're visualizing that part, okay, that scene, okay.
Yes.
All right. So descriptive writing is, the writing creates a vivid picture in words of a person, object, or a scene, details that appeal to the five senses. So we include sensory details. Sensory details, as in how many senses you have? Five. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Express sound,
what
taste,
word will
and
be
touch.
used? Yeah. What word will be used for seeing, for eyes? That is sight. Something that you see. Panorama. So can you give me synonyms for the words, for those words?
Um,
For sight, can you give me synonyms? For sight,
Vision.
vision, visualize, envision. Yes. Panorama, picturesque, isn't it? Something that you see.
Yes.
Visualize, isn't it? And then a smell. Smell. Smell could be fragrance, aroma, scent. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'll give you a lot of words. I have everything ready with me, so don't worry about that. So when we write a descriptive paragraph, we always start with a topic. The first sentence should be related to the topic, and then after that, one by one, you have to tap on each and every detail. Let's start from by adding a lot of senses. Let's start from sight, then smell, then hear, isn't it? Because you hear the sound, various sound, isn't it? So you can use a lot of onomatopoeia. Okay, so you can relate sensory with figures of speech as well. Okay, so what are the requirements for descriptive writing? First is begin with a strong topic sentence. For example, you're writing about a garden. So you can talk about, give a general statement about garden. That garden encompasses, a variety of colors. Okay, isn't it? Then
Yes, ma'am.
two sensory details. Being in the garden feels like, you when you're in garden, when you take a stroll or when you're strolling in a garden, you get to smell or various aroma. Pacifies your senses, isn't it? Soothes you, right? And then when you look at and looking at or beholding the colorful or the lush green landscape, how does it make you feel? Makes you feel tranquil, peaceful, calm, isn't it? That's how we use senses to describe the scenery, describe certain landscape, so describe an event. Okay, so many things. So always start with a strong topic related to the related to the topic given to you, and then use sensory details and be very specific, whatever, and always add relevant details which really are effective and can get the attention of the readers, and they'll just keep on reading it, okay, and they get pleasure out of it. All right, for example, how would you describe a room? Would you describe, oh, suddenly your mama comes to your room and say your room is messy? But how you can make it, expand your sentences? You can expand your sentences by saying, okay, now the clothes were strewn across the floor, books lay in an uneven stack, huh? like that. So,
Yes.
you just talk about each and every detail. You can take the screenshot of it if you want, if
Okay.
it can help you. Yes. Right? You organize your ideas properly, right? So your ideas should be in flow. So first you begin with a, introductory sentence wherein you give the introduction of the talk about what the topic you have given. Sentence you will write about that. Then one by one you use the sensory details and talk and touch upon all the senses: the smell, the sight, hear, feel, okay, taste. Even if you can taste the salt, because being at the beach, you can taste the salt, isn't it?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So making this in a mouth. Yeah.
Yes, and then you feel the moisture on your face as well. Okay, and you feel your hand to be sticky, isn't it? So that's how we add sensory details in our writing. All right, we don't have to do
Okay.
much or draw anything like that. It's just that we whatever we feel, we should be able to express it with the help of words. Okay, good words.
Okay.
Right now, figurative, for example, you taking a stroll in the forest, and then you are comparing the tall trees with a monster, giant monster, isn't it? That is including figures of speech in your writing. Got it?
Yes,
For
ma'am.
example,
Okay. Yes.
simile, metaphor, personification, as in you can personify a leaf also who's walking, or sliding towards, or just flying towards something, isn't it like that? So you can use various words to personify the non-living things. All right, now maintain a consistent tone. Now if you, like, for example, you're describing a scenery, of course that means your tone or your feeling is to bring out the very cheerful picture or very soothing picture of the forest. Getting my point? So that means again you have to maintain the tone in your paragraph as well. Are you sleepy? Are you tired right
No,
now?
ma'am. No.
Am I too boring for you?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
Because I see you yawning quite often. That is why.
Ma'am wasn't yawning. I was coughing.
I know it's very common. Now, again, the whole purpose of descriptive writing is show, not tell. All right, show. How do we show? Show through your writing. Got it? So, for
Yes, ma'am.
example, if I use all five senses, write down all the details, then and also how you begin first with the introductory topic, wherein you're describing a little bit about the topic, so that readers know that okay, fine, the entire topic is about certain thing. The paragraph is about particular topic. Then you insert, keep on inserting the sensory details as and when you describe the setting or the environment or your feelings, and then your impression. Slowly you come down to your impression, that how are you feeling, what are your memories associated with that place or with that event. Okay, and that's how, and in the conclusion you just give a strong statement reiterating something, or reflecting on the situation or on the landscape, like that. Okay,
Okay.
so now the examples of sensory details like that. For example, sight. If you have to, describe the size of something, of course you will use the word gigantic. If small, for small, it's teeny weeny. For bulky and glittery, sparkly, shimmering, shiny, glowing, crooked, right? Sun dappled. Sun dappled means it was a sun dappled morning. The sky covered in, covered with sun, like that, the sun covered with sun rays, like that, atmosphere covered with sun rays, isn't it? And then you can describe the atmosphere. Atmosphere looks like as if it's a veil of the environment, like that, isn't it? The misty, the mist looks like the veil of the environment. Veil, do you understand what is veil?
Yes.
VEI, veil, the cover, the cloak. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I
Now
understand.
for hearing, you use the buzz, hubbub, humming. So these hearing words are all onomatopoeias. Do you understand what is onomatopoeia?
Yes, ma'am. It's basically what that decides when it describes the sound.
Sound, exactly. Words for every sound. Then taste, smell, bitter, gooey, stinky, juicy, stale, fragrant, rotten. Again, there are words to describe the taste as well. Isn't it? Stringent, like that. Zesty, gingery, like that. Okay. Now the tactile. Tactile is the touch, the feel. How do you feel, isn't it? And the motion, soaring, resonating, breathing, staggering, glowing, paralyzed. So all these words are used. These are called sensory words, and these are used to describe the how the impact of that event or the scenery has on your senses. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so through another picture, let me just tell you what is tactile. Okay, gustatory is like what you taste, isn't it? Olfactory, the smell, nice fragrance, odor. So there are so many words describing the fragrance, and the tactile is the texture, movement, touch, like that. Okay. Now Again, more words for this: tinkling, thumping, thundering. So there are so many words. Now, looks like the stuffing in pillows, right? My first snowfall. Again, looks like. Again, we have used simile over here. Sounds like a loud crunching. So that's how we can insert simile in our paragraph. So people say, how can we insert figure of speech in? How can we use figures of speech in paragraph writing? Because these are also called literary devices, isn't it? It's not only limited to poetry. We use figures of speech. Why do we use figures of speech? Tell me.
I think we use figures of speech to create an effect on the reader.
Create an effect to beautify your write up, isn't it? It becomes
Yes.
more beautiful and
Beautify.
appealing. Yeah, yeah. Impact also, of course, impact. Now, if I give you this picture, what is this picture about? Tell me.
I think this is describing busy city market in which many people
Market,
are.
yeah. It's a bustling market. Again, I've
Yes.
used the word bustling, right? So crowded. Okay. So the bustling market. Now I want you to depict the energy and the atmosphere. You can, depict it in a positive way also, in the negative way also, in a very enthusiastic way, depending upon your description. Okay. You can set the tone for your descriptive paragraph. Okay. Instead of making it a mundane one, I want you to just, make it so energetic and, full of energy, wherein you can describe the energy, the chattering, chitter chatter. See? So how you can, describe the sight? Give me words for sight.
Vision,
Hmm. If you have to touch upon the
that's
sensory, the first
the
sensory
flexora
sight.
also. This
What
is
do
a
you
room.
see? Sensory sight. Sight means what do you see around in the market, in the bustling market? What do you see? Tell me.
But we see many stalls in which people are selling fruits or vegetables or any other products which they sell.
Yeah, how will you write it? So you see, panorama of variety of colorful fruits, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
People
Plethora
clad
of
in
beautiful
people
multicolored fruits.
exactly people clad in colorful attires, and then walking through the lane, isn't it? So this is what you see, right? And then you talk about the clear sky, and you can start with a general statement about the bazaar. The bustling bazaars have always been my I have so many memories associated with the bustling bazaar. Bustling bazaar is full of energy, isn't full of enthusiasm. All right.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then
Yes.
for the smell, how will you write a sentence for the smell? Looking at the picture.
The beautiful fragrance of delicious and scrumptious food lull
Walking.
people to go into lull people
Yes.
into entering stalls.
Yes, wafting from the flavorful flavorful smells are wafting away from each stall, from variety of stalls. Stalls serving the delectable cuisine, isn't it?
Yes,
Now, how will
please.
you cater to the sound here? Sound. Hmm. Tell me sound when you
So,
walk.
for some, I think many people are shouting in exclamation as they want discounts and bargains towards the
Very
products
good.
that they are buying.
Excellent, excellent. They're chattering. They're talking to each other. The giggling of these children, running around or running, between the stalls. And there's vendors yelling out bargain discounts or selling out their products like that, isn't it? Yes, correct. And then what else? What is touch touch? The texture of the fruits, can we say that?
And the fruits felt very soft as if they were very fresh and moist.
Some has coarse surface, some has soft, some has like corrugated surface, isn't it? Some are like
Yes.
sticky, isn't it? Yes. And now what about their feeling? What about the feeling? You feeling?
I think this is a very energetic and energetic feeling because then many people are around. It's a bustling market.
See, you can be a little nostalgic also, isn't it? It doesn't have to be, very, enthusiasm and all peppy or something like that. It could be little ruminating also, that as if, when you walk through the market, it feels nostalgic. Start pondering over your past memories, and, how, people are able to run and manage, these stalls, how they wake up in the morning and, set up their stalls early in the morning like that. They're working so hard. toiling so hard day and night, isn't it? So that's how we
Yes, ma'am,
are
I
these
understand.
days. Okay. And then you can reflect upon, how bazaars have been. You can relate it with the history also, isn't it? How bazaars play important role around in the, in the because they are usually set up in the hub of the city, isn't it? At the center of the they are say, always at the center of the city. Okay. Attraction, main attraction in the city. All right.
So that many people can come there and buy the products that they need.
Yeah. So every conversation, everything starts from the bustling bazaars. All right. So these are the very important center of economics, right? If you relate it with the past also, history also, isn't it? Yes. Now, how would you write the conclusive lines then? How will you close it?
As a conclusion, I would say this bazaar makes me feel very nostalgic, reminding me of the past. I wish to come see. I wish to come to this place again.
Okay. I wish to play. Okay. Fine. You can write that, and memory, reflection, opinion, your opinion about that, that one must experience the energy and the atmosphere, or the you can say the zesty what is a zesty flavor, you can say, energy of the bustling bazaars, to get the feel or to understand the culture and the people. Okay, because bazaars definitely brings you or gives you a hang of how people behave, and how cultures are get a glimpse or a hint of the various cultures also, isn't it? Yes. And how
Yes, ma'am.
these bazaars also talk about or reflect the influence of various cultures, isn't it? Yes. So this is all about. So with every descriptive writing, when I give you a topic, I'll also give you a couple of words to enhance your vocabulary. It could be to enhance your expression, isn't it? So how you can enhance your expression by adding good words, good idioms, good phrases, isn't it? So phrases again, because if you just keep on writing in a very simple language, that can or that will make your writer quite mundane, isn't it? Mundane as in dull, bland, without any flavor. Just to add flavor and just to spice up your writing, you need to add some good words and expression. And you need to be a little witty as well. Witty as in, you need to add some humor in the form of hyperbole. Do you know what is hyperbole?
Yes, ma'am. It's basically when we exaggerate something, which makes it feel unrealistic.
I think you have read everything in grade six, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are the techniques of debate writing?
The main thing uses the peel paragraph format, which point, evidence, explanation, and
I'm
linking
asking
statement.
about the techniques. I'm not asking about the structure of the debate. Techniques. What techniques do you use to make it more effective and appealing and compelling like that? Hmm.
I think we use mainly anecdotes and famous quotes which people have said.
Okay, we begin with a quote. See, there are options. Either you can begin with a quote or an anecdote, isn't it, or a strong statement. All right, and then you can support it with a valid reasons, or support it with some evidence and statistics, isn't it, like that? All right, and then you have to create 2 3 paragraphs wherein you are further corroborating or mentioning couple of points to support your debate. Okay, that okay, that your side, that you have picked up the right side, and you stick with it. Okay, you emphasize more on your side, isn't it, that you have if you're talking in favor or against the topic, you have to make sure that you are providing enough statements and enough reasons to make convince people to believe you. All right, and in the closure again, and in between, how you can make it humorous by you using a very creative hyperbole, by little bizarre, little quirky hyperbole, to make it more humorous and a little bit conversational as well. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So this is all about descriptive writing. I saw that you have a couple of poems as well in your descriptive paragraph. Sorry, in your syllabus, right? Apart from language. And what grammar topics are there?
Can I speak? Let me speak then now. You also?
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, my friend just wanted to talk to you.
Hey,
Yeah,
hi, ma'am.
yeah.
Hi,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
For literature, I mean, we are okay. We don't need a teacher for now. But we are looking to cover the writing topics. So
Okay.
probably, we can help him on descriptive, narrative, persuasive.
Okay.
Narrative is not coming in the essay too, but then yes, that is a general writing topic which he
So
should know.
it's a part of story writing only. So when you write a
Yes, ma'am.
story or a
Yes.
paragraph, also narrative writing do play an important role. I mean, it will come into play then also. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, as part of essay two, what is confirmed so far is descriptive, persuasive, report writing. They are doing journal, right?
In school, we've done newspaper report, but
Newspaper
the
reporting.
topics mostly seem like a formal report. But
Whether
since
it's a
we have
newspaper,
just have to write
whether
to a
it's a
teacher,
whether it's a newspaper report or a magazine report, it's just same. It's the same basically. Okay, wherein you're just describing or talking about the event that has happened in your school, or something that you have organized, or something that you have witnessed, isn't it? So usually we write report on that. Whether it's a school magazine or a newspaper, it's the same. The format will remain the same. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, grammar topics are not very stable with respect to we don't know what topics are coming. They will teach in the class, and then we get to know that
I
these are the
think
topics.
drama topics are basically integrated in the chapters itself, in the units itself, isn't it? So
Yes.
I think they have connectives also, sometimes debate writing. So writing and, grammar topics are there in the, in the units itself. It is mentioned, already mentioned over there. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, comprehension, which will also come. So they have one practice book. I can send you a picture of it. That covers largely the syllabus that they have in the school.
So which unit is being covered in the school right now? Because I have grade 7 IGCSE book with me. So I can, tally. I mean, just share the first page.
Take
Cover,
out the book.
can you just show me the cover page of the
Ma'am,
book?
it's a work
It's a workbook. Hmm.
eight.
And the textbook.
Textbook, ma'am, they are not covering all the topics from the textbook. As you have seen the syllabus,
Okay.
I think one like Anne Frank's diary was from the book.
Okay.
And ma'am, there was one on and Road to Lacovia is
Okay.
coming from the book.
Okay.
They have a novel as A Long Walk to Water, which is
Okay.
completed. So
Okay.
literature, I currently have a teacher, so I will not
Okay.
switch, and he's
Okay.
doing fine with it. But I think the focus now is required on the writing part, where he
All right.
is currently struggling a lot.
Okay, ma'am. All right, ma'am. Then we can focus on writing, and that's a better deal because if you focus only on one aspect of the syllabus, that is better because
Yeah, so ma'am, currently the word limit is around 250 to 280 that they need to follow.
okay,
So I mean it's क्या वो बोलो?
yeah, to what do you have prefer, but for report writing, it's 150 to 180.
Okay, you can write it in the chat later when you have the final word limits. Okay,
It's fine.
okay, fine. Then 240 to 250, right?
220 to 240. Ma'am, 220 to 240 words for descriptive and persuasive, but
don't
for
worry about
report
that.
writing, it's
Don't
only
worry about
150 to 180.
Are they like very strict or stringent about the word limit when you start?
No.
No, no, isn't it? Because their whole purpose is to express yourself. All right. At least you should must reach that
He
level.
personally is, but he doesn't like to write
No,
more
that's a very
words.
basic
So,
problem.
so
Yeah.
Yeah. So probably he wanted to stick to the word limit, and sometimes he counts. So I've given him a tip that you just write whatever is the final word count per limit below. Teacher will never count.
Yeah. I mean, they're okay with even if you exceed the word limit because eventually they just want you to just write, want to see you writing, isn't it? Because that's a whole problem these days. The children doesn't want to write at all. They do not want to write at all, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Not
ma'am.
writing.
So, ma'am, this is it about, and probably because now we have some time, and if you're available for this week and next week, we can have 5 days days a week, and then from mid-January we can have twice a week.
Okay. Okay. Only for this month you want like for 5 days?
Not this month, actually, till Christmas, till 25th.
12 till 25th. Okay. Yeah, better because I'll have. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
So we are traveling from 26th till 8th of January. We will be back on 9th of January, and then from then you can have twice a week actually.
Twice a week. Perfect. All right, ma'am.
So next entire week he's available if you want to cover like persuasive topics because that is what is coming up.
All right.
And
Starting persuasive.
So comprehension, basically, you're focusing on the comprehension passages that the teachers give an exam based on the literature part, isn't it? wherein
It's
he's
not completely based on the literature part, but like for
But the
example,
high,
separate
but the
extracts also
high
they give,
part is
right?
for
I
language.
understand.
50 marks is language, 30 marks literature.
okay, you want to tell to the
So ma'am,
teacher?
for the essay two paper which we are preparing for, is going to be 80 marks, 50 marks for writing, which is roughly 20 for comprehension, 30 for writing, and
30 for literature.
and
Okay,
separately
I
30 for
understood. Like,
literature.
what comprehension are you talking about? Wherein they give the different
Reading
extracts.
comprehension. There is no oral for us this year.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Okay.
And the grammar also will be based on the reading
So
comprehension.
for reading comprehension, why don't you just practice the previous year, past papers then? Anyway, I'll be, discussing those past papers with you. I have a couple of them with me. So past papers we can discuss for the comprehension passage, and based on that, you have to, find out the meaning of certain phrases and the, synonym and antonym of certain words, isn't it? And particular answers also, isn't it? This is what is given
Yeah, ma'am.
based on the.
Ma'am, what I can do, I can send you the last year and this year essay one paper where they had the comprehension, they
Perfect.
had the literature topics and the writing topics. So that will give you an idea how the school asks and what type of standard that they have.
Perfect.
Um,
Perfect. Perfect.
that will help you to understand, that what kind of comprehension we should be preparing on, we should be practicing on.
Perfectly fine, ma'am. That'll be really helpful for me to, take it further.
We do have his test papers from like the test paper from last year from other students, so that will help you. And this year, how he has performed in the SA
Yeah,
one,
please share
that
everything. Yeah, please share everything, and also the sample. Yeah, how he has performed in his exams, also previous exams, so that I can get a hang that how
sure,
he writes, and this is writing style basically.
sure, ma'am, sure, ma'am. So you let me know about your availability through the coordinator, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
we can
yeah. I'll
go
discuss with
ahead.
Pooja. Yes, yes, I'll
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
So for next week, if you're available for all 5 days, he can join in the evening. You can, cover persuasive.
All right, all right.
And then, once we are back, we can start with the mix of topics like one week we take descriptive, 1 week. I mean, up to you, whatever
Okay,
plan you
okay.
have in your
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. Whatever topic you want to discuss, because I want to discuss that, before I take up the topic, because sometimes the child is not, interested in certain topics. It's better, I discuss those topics only which he's interested into and which can really help him, or, if this is that topic is being discussed in the school. So again, that will give him an impetus to discuss or give his input into
Sure,
the.
ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Topics we can discuss, but then you can actually also design the syllabus,
Sure, sure,
like
sure,
how you
definitely.
wanted to cover the
Yeah,
writing part.
once I get the clarity of his all the topics that are coming in his exam, or are being discussed or are in the syllabus, then definitely I'll plan accordingly then.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, can I know about your background? I mean, what do you do? Are you full-time?
I'm a teacher. Yes, I'm a teacher. I'm handling grade 9 to 11th CBSE, and middle school in IGCSE, right? So, and
Mhm.
I'm currently based in Bangalore. I have more than 10 years of experience. Yeah,
Okay.
teaching experience. Yes, and I've done my bachelor's and master's in English literature.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, sure. So, ma'am, this is a NPSI which is based in Bangalore, but then they have an international school in Singapore as
Okay.
NPSI, and there is one syllabus in Singapore which is MOE. So they don't follow MOE syllabus. They follow a mix of or a khichdi of IB and IGCSE actually.
There is no difference between IB and IGCSE. There is no structure at all in both the boards basically.
Yeah, I mean, when I show the paper to few of the teachers, they say it's IB, few say it's IGCSE.
Really doesn't
So
matter because both of them, they don't follow the textbook. It's only the literature that they follow. Otherwise, for language, they just give any extract. They cover the topic, grammar topic which are there in the book, but not exactly. It's like that. It's totally at their whims and fancy basically. So it's just that literature which is their focus, which is already assigned to the children, which is like there in the syllabus, which is fixed. Okay, but for language, they changed the certain questions basically, whether it's grammar. There is no fixed grammar topics basically.
yeah, it's not fixed. So yeah, it's very random. We feel
It's
that's
random.
very random, but I don't know how they designed the curriculum. I think that is in the interest of children only. But when we
Interest
see
and
as
the
a parent, it looks
competence
like
level of the
random.
they see the competence level of the children as well. Okay, how much they can, handle right now at this point of time.
Yeah, yeah. Ma'am, this book is good. Actually, they follow this book for
Can
the
you share the
company.
link? Can you share the link or login ID? Because anyway, I think that's how my other children from IGCSE, they have done that, so that I can access the book and just teach them during the online class. I mean, if you're comfortable, because anyway, I can't download it, or you also cannot download it, isn't it? It's only through online that we can access the book, isn't it?
What do you mean by online?
Do you have the
Even
PDF?
on, do you have a PDF?
No, I think the scholar education they have those on.
Or you can ask your school to provide you with the PDF of the book as well.
No, this is not from school. This we bought it from outside, but somehow we realized that a lot of content that they give
Can
for
you share
their
the picture?
homework.
Can you share the picture of this? I mean,
Yeah, I will share in the
huh. Just through Pooja, just share everything that
yeah,
you.
yeah, sure. I will send it on the WhatsApp. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. See you.
Okay, ma'am. So
Okay.
so so so
Rich.
we'll discuss and we'll start if possible from next week.
All right. I'll just share my timings and the days, my availability, right? With Pooja, and then she'll communicate it to you then, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye bye. See you. Lovely talking to you. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye bye.